Yeah, so we started thinking maybe it's nice if you would get to know us a little bit better. You might have heard of our project 4x4electric, and yeah, we thought why not share a little bit more of who we are and why are we doing this project or expedition.
Yeah. So let me start with the beginning. A little bit over 5 years ago, we met each other, and yeah, it was quite clear from the beginning that we both loved adventure. So on our third date, we went out for wild camping, and yeah, I thought, okay, this is the girl I really like, and then I think the next big adventure was Peru.
Yeah, I already had planned this trip without Maarten, but as I kind of liked him a little bit too much, I thought, okay, let's take him with me. And in Peru, we did our first hike together in the mountains, which was amazing. Later on, we also went to Bolivia and also to India, where we did a paragliding course. As yeah, we thought we liked to learn new stuff as well.
Yeah, and then the next holiday we planned was to Africa. We flew in on Johannesburg, and then we went with a 4x4 jeep, petrol jeep, to Namibia and to Botswana.
Yeah, and it was the first time that we had a car so far away from home, and we loved to be able to go wherever you want and not
sleep on the car.
Sleep on the car.
Yeah.
But not being adapting on the buses that are driving. You can go to the most remote places, which we love as well.
Yeah, but yeah, especially in Namibia, it's a very dry country, so it's almost all desert. And you see some vegetation, but it's not that much. And we saw, well, if it's going to be a little bit more warmer or even hotter, then they will not grow anything anymore. So we started thinking, well, okay, we really have to do something about climate change.
Yeah, so we decided that was the last flight we would take for that year.
The flight to back home.
Back home, yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And that became quite easy because then Corona came and we couldn't fly. But we got also more creative and started traveling in Europe. And we said, well, maybe we can make it longer and just not fly for as long as we can. At this moment we had our first electric car.
Yeah, so we already bought it before the trip to Africa, but yeah, the decision already took a couple of months because we had a good petrol car, and we thought, okay, well, we're gonna sell a good petrol car and buy a new one. Is that the most sustainable thing we can do? But in the end, yeah, especially you will drive quite a lot for your work, so yeah, we did a lot of calculations, a lot of thinking, and in the end we thought, okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna buy an electric car.
Yeah. And we have made quite some trips with it. We go skiing often in the winter, and we drive it with the electric car, but we also went to Scandinavia with it. And as we like to be creative in the way we travel, we built a bed in the car, in the Tesla, and yeah, it was an amazing way to travel. And that was the first big thing we did for sustainability, buying an electric car. And it felt so good for us that we, from that moment, started to implement it in more ways. We bought a new home together, and it's more in nature, and we were looking for more ways to make that sustainable. So we have a lot of solar panels to charge the car, but also to electrify the entire house.
Yeah, so we also cook electric nowadays, and our gas connection is also removed. So we only have electricity at home, and especially with the heat pump, it's we really have a good experience with it. So if you have if you need any advice, just
let us know. Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, and also the smaller things we are trying. You do what you can. For us, it's also eating less meat. In the beginning, this took some time to get used to, as we do like meat and we still eat it sometimes, but then we appreciate it more, and we have found some other solutions that we like as well. And this we did as well, like when we go walking, we often pick up the garbage that we see and throw it in a bin. When we go shopping, we take a bag with us, so that you don't need a new one. And it's all small things, but they all add up, and we are always looking for new ways to do. So at the moment we are installing an installation to collect the raining water that falls on the roof of our home, so that we can use this water to water the garden and also use it for the toilet. So we're very curious how that will work as well.
Yeah, so with all the sustainable things we are doing already in our daily life, we also started thinking, how can we go on a sustainable holiday? So
and then a little further than
and then a
Europe.
little bit further than Europe, or like where we normally should have taken a plane to a country.
Yeah.
So in Norway, the first idea started about a long electric trip. In Norway we drove over 6,000 kilometers and it went very well. And then this idea came up. So, well, can we make such a long drive from the Netherlands to Africa and back? And and then, well, first we just talked about it with the two of us.
And we started looking for ways to be able to do it. So you don't have charging stations there. You could plug it in at the homes of the people, but we like to go to the nature there where there doesn't live anybody. So we thought, why not take solar panels with us so that we can charge, for example, here and just enjoy it here.
Yeah, so we did quite some calculations and checks, and it all came up. Yeah, with all the numbers were good. So it was really feasible to do so. But of course with a lot of challenges ahead. But then, end of last year, we had a barbecue in our garden, and we talked about our idea with a couple of friends, and they said immediately, well, you have to do that, just arrange it, because it's something, it really suits you both, and you will be able to organize this, and I think that was the first step in making this project bigger,
a reality.
Yeah.
And at this moment we started sharing the idea with more people. We decided to not make it a journey just for us, as we noticed a lot of people liked it, but also just couldn't imagine that this could actually work. And we decided to work together with companies to make it possible and to make it bigger, but also to share how we do this with you, for example. By sharing it all the time, we often get reactions of people that have other ideas, or they ask us questions that we have not thought about yet. And then we start thinking about it, and the idea grows the whole time, and it has changed so much from the beginning, actually.
So one thing stayed the same, and that is that we wanted to drive with an electric car to South Africa and back, but the how and all that changed a lot. So that's a little bit the idea how we came up with this project. The coming few weeks we're going to talk a little bit more about how we're going to do this, also on the technical side.
But what's good to share maybe is that we have added some things as well, that we want to do more than just a long trip. We want to visit other projects along the way as well that do something with sustainability, to share with you what they do and learn from them as well, and share that knowledge.
And also to be inspired for ourselves, but also for you and the other followers. We can inspire, and also use this knowledge to, if we are back home, that we can help companies to become more sustainable. Because also in Africa there's happening a lot. We already have a lot of projects on our list to visit, and it's already quite inspiring. But if we will be there, then we get really the story first-handed.
And for this we are always interested in your ideas and your questions or your help. So if you know a project in Africa or in the Netherlands, or if you have another idea for our expedition, then we're more than interested in that. As we had also, for us this all is new. We have never done this before. We are at the moment setting up an NGO to do this, which we have never done before as well. We learn as we go, but ideas of everybody are more than welcome.
So feel free to share or to comment, question everything what comes up in your mind. just share it with us, and it will make our project even better.
Yeah, and it can be a part of you as well this way. So we understand that not many people would do a thing like this, and that's totally fine. We like it, but if you want to be a part of it, then this way you can, and it can be a little bit your adventure as well.
Yeah, we are only with the two of us, so there's no big company behind this expedition, and that's challenging for us, but
also a lot of fun.
Also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So so that's a little bit the why. The first step in the project. What we already said. The coming weeks we will share more videos about the how, and maybe also a little bit more about the partners that will join our project.
Yeah.
And maybe we can interview some people that also already be part of our expedition.
And if you have other ideas for things you might want to know, then do comment as well.
Yeah.
We would consider that also.
So thank you very much for your time, and hopefully see you somewhere sometime
soon.
Yeah. So
okay.
bye.